Blessings, everybody. You know, sometimes we have so many questions. We need answers to every little thing. We need to know everything. What we want is 1 plus 1 equals 2. We want to know the answer to 1 plus 1. We want it to be that easy. But that's the thing about faith. It's usually not a 1 plus 1 equals 2. It's his ways are higher than my ways. And that doesn't give us a lot to go off of. But what it does leave us with is learning to trust God. Because sometimes that's all we're left with. Sometimes that's it. And we're growing in our trust. Our ability to trust God through all of the situations and seasons that we go through. And this is what character builds. And this is what builds stamina for the coming seasons in our life. If we're not preparing, we're preparing to fail. So when you practice trust in God, when you're in the middle of temptation and you feel that pressure and you say yes to heaven and no to the devil and you're just trusting God, when those thoughts try to come in and disrupt your faith, but you choose to trust God, it's not easy, but it builds endurance, it builds stamina, it strengthens you, and it's not an easy walk, but it's so worth it, I promise. And that's why it's so difficult though, because we want to know everything. We want to be the masters of our own lives. But God is the one who gave us life. And it's such a blessing. That's such an honor to have ever, in any season of my life, been able to have any kind of trust or patience with His timing, His plan. It just brings about a new level of vulnerability within your own heart, where the hardness, you have no choice but to let the stones fall off. Anyways, man, blessings. Whatever y'all going through, man, trust God, give it to Him, say yes to heaven. Sometimes saying no is so difficult. Well, stop trying to say no with your own strength. Just say yes to God. Just start there. See where it leads you, man. You'll find yourself becoming stronger because you'll learn that your strength is in the right place. You'll be firmly rooted next to a river, and your leaf will not wither, but you'll be producing fruit. And once you start producing fruit, you'll notice, like, oh snap, some time has gone by, man. I've been doing good, and I haven't been distracted by the depression, by the confusion, by those thoughts. When I wake up and I have these random thoughts that just try to disrupt my faith. But when you're planted by that river, by meditating day and night, it changes everything. But it's a process. We want it overnight. We want it 1 plus 1 equals 2. It just doesn't work like that, man. It's a process. Let God work on you. Let God work in you. More grace, more peace, more joy.